Okay, so we're just about entering our test area now.
Okay.
The home base coming up is a home base that they do maneuvers.
Yeah.
Bay parking forward, usually. Bay parking reverse takes place at the test centre. So there's a home base just up on the left over here. Clutch down, change gears. You can go further up the solid white line, it's okay. I'm not sure what this car is trying to intend to do, but it doesn't look like he's intending to move. He's just sort of lingering on that spot. Yeah, he's only showing this way. So what I'd like us to do is take a left at the lights. Tomorrow's session I'll try and get us to do some manoeuvres in passing.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't, because we spent some time coming out of your area, I just want to sort of see most of the area as much as we can, especially the roundabouts in this area. So just continue following signs to Twickenham. Twickenham. So the speed limits in this area, so again, I mean, in most areas anyway, it varies a lot quite often. 30, 20, 30, 20, 30, 20, 30. And it bounces back and forth. So you've got to be very vigilant, especially around sort of school areas, hospitals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're going to find that quite often driving down this sort of these sections of the area. We're not too far from Hounslow town centre. Hounslow is basically straight down this road on the right, about a 5-minute drive or less than that down that way. And the Hounslow town centre area is also part of their routes.
Yeah.
That you would do. The only thing I would say, and I'll try to get us to pass, if not today, then tomorrow, that Hounslow has lots of bus garages or buses and stuff like that. Obviously, the town centre is a little bit busy with people, generally, so stuff like that. We would be expecting. We don't really drive down town centres. We drive down more high streets.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're close to being in suburbia, if that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But not so much. You're gonna manage. Carry on. Okay, you're not gonna manage no more. Engine on. Gear one. Because you pulled off in 2, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, let's go for it. Okay, so 20 ends, 30 begins. Now in that situation, it's not necessarily a fail because you can get yourself going quickly and you're fine.
Yeah.
Not the best space to stall, but as long as you get going relatively quickly, you're okay. So some of these cycle lanes are new. And that very thick line indicates you're not when to enter it. Have you watched any videos at all in the area? For the area? Sorry?
I've looked at the routes a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Online?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've been down this kind of way a couple times.
With your mum?
Yeah.
Okay. The recent video, well, there's a recent test. When did she pass? Poppy passed last week, I think it was last week. I can't remember. He passed, was it this week? Yeah, this week. Did she pass this week? I don't know. This week. Monday, yeah. Isleworth. So I did manage to record her, the pre-lesson test.
Yeah.
And the test. And uploaded on my computer. I just need to upload it onto YouTube.
Okay.
So when I do so, I'll just like send you the link. It might be helpful to watch some of what's going on. And the actual test is recorded at the end.
Okay.
So you see some of it, but there's no sound to it because we're not allowed to record their voices.
Yeah.
So I mean, it might help. I don't know. So the West Middlesex University Hospital is on our left. Only relevance is that the fact that you can anticipate ambulances and stuff like going in and out. That's it. And out. There's nothing else for you to really stress about.
Yeah.
This is all morning traffic, unfortunately. So this is just probably like because there's queues leading up to schools and stuff like that. But I have been in this area around about this time, and it's not usually this busy. So who knows? I mean, how do they know that you're not going in for access? But, honestly, like, how did they determine that you haven't just accidentally turned in the wrong way and they're just trying to come out and you don't intend to pass through the area? Does that make sense? Like what did they do? Did they watch the camera and they sit there and they debate? Well, it looked like he thought he's. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like how does I honestly like there's a camera. Only for access for whatever. But like, what's that distinction?
Unless they send a ticket that you can then dispute, or they send you a message or something.
I think they send you a ticket.
Like
I think that they probably just send you a ticket.
Yeah.
Okay, it shows that you entered and went past through the area and then went on the other side. And so it's like, I don't know, man. I find it. I don't know. I mean. I guess you could just straight away dispute, no, it was an accident, I didn't intend to, I don't know, honestly, whatever. I find it a bit silly though, I really do find it a bit, because now a lot of the areas have this now. Yeah. And we just talked about turning green not long ago. I find it ridiculous, man. I mean, like, is it that these areas were so busy prior that they needed this? Do you know what I mean? What was the level of cars that we used to pass between these areas before? Yeah, so like I said, it's the schools that are probably causing the traffic. Maybe some parents have double parks. I don't know. Maybe we should secure traffic because there's a lot of people just trying to pass down this area.
Yeah, it seems about the school rush time.
Yeah. But this is a new sign. Before there was no, you can't turn left or right. All this is new, and especially after during this pandemic, they brought out all this stuff. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. What's the need for now to restrict people going into certain roads? I don't know. I mean,
because I think for some roads they're doing it for like pollution levels. Because I know on the way to my primary school there was a road that everyone used to use
to pass by. I see. That kind of does make sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that then.
Then you've still got this busy road right outside the school, so
yeah.
What difference it really makes.
Yeah. Okay, so a bus lane that used to have a time from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Look, no, they've changed it now.
Anytime.
But now it's any time, so it means you can't go obviously at any time. Alright, so look, this queue of traffic could be leading up all the way to the roundabout. Basically, there's a few roundabouts that I want to do.
Yeah.
London Road roundabout, and then there's the other roundabout, there's the Tesco roundabout, and then there's the Twickenham Stadium roundabout. All these roundabouts I'd love for us to do, but I'm not just sure what's going on with all this traffic. Fine, what we'll do then, at the roundabout coming up, it's a mini one, we're going to turn right, see if we can avoid some of this traffic.
Okay.
And maybe we can get to these roundabouts in different ways. But this is all test area, so just take it all in as much as you can. Yeah, let's go right. Yeah, let's just go right. I mean, yeah, so you're right way over them, so you shouldn't be worried about them. They give way to you. You're there right, if that makes sense. Signal, peak to see, and keep on angling, and don't get close to the van. Just angle more right to see.
There's a lot of cars.
Yeah, that's fine. You gotta move, Mr. Gunn. Okay, let's go. He's helped us out. Good. Nice gentleman there.
Yeah. Yeah, wow, we would have been.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. That one act of kindness has helped us out, because if a lot of these people didn't help us out, we'd be stuck there for a while. Okay, roundabout, straight on. Okay, so the traffic light's coming up, we're going to be turning left. going, yeah?
Yeah.
So Hounslow town centre's pretty much here now. And it gets busier further up.
Yeah.
A lot of the bus lanes have changed due to the pandemic stuff. So this
Yeah,
one
I
again,
saw that
yeah,
one was at
any time, yeah. So this one used to be 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay, at the next set of traffic lights, we're going to turn left.
So how much quieter do you think it will actually be on
What time is it?
Friday? It's 11, I think it starts.
The test?
Yeah.
Transfer signal, move to the right. Move to the right. Move to the right. I don't know why he came this way around.
Shall we reverse a bit?
No, we can't do nothing. Wow. Talk about completely oblivious what to do.
Yeah.
I think they almost just about. I can't take my left turn. Alright, here we go. I don't know why they squeezed through here though.
Yeah, that seemed odd.
That was a very daft manoeuvre from their left, yeah?
Yeah.
Very daft manoeuvre. Completely daft.
Yeah, rather than going into
The open space where you can get, the empty space on the right. That's why I was shocked to see them on our left. It's like, hold on,
Yeah, me too.
what are you doing
I
there?
wasn't expecting it.
No, so then it's like, well, let's move to the right. You're pushing us into oncoming cars, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It should be the other way around, straight on. This leads up to the test centre now, so we're going to go past the test centre. And it narrows up on the top of the bridge.
Is there any reliable way to check the speed limit?
Honestly, you've just got to physically just look out for the speed limits.
Yeah.
There's no. You could take the car with a pinch of salt.
Yeah.
The car is not always correct.
Yeah, I've noticed
You can
that.
take that as a potential foundation to say, all right, this one says 30, so it could be 30. And it smells like sewage in this area.
It does.
I think there's like a water plant nearby. I think maybe it's got something to do with that. Okay, so roundabout, we're gonna go straight on. You could also consider a left depending on the situation or however whoever interprets it. It's just that island that makes us feel like it's a left.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. We're going that way. Okay. So if you want to signal left, you can signal left. This road is a sort of semi-meeting type of road with especially buses.
Yeah.
Buses do come down here because there's lots of bus stops. This is the test centre road, so this is the road that you're likely to pass, whether you start or whether on the way back of the test centre. You're good because they've just tucked in, so you've got Going now. Good. So roundabout going to go straight on. The test centre is going to be coming up on our right, which we're not going to go in. But now, if you would be going back to test centre, you'd be turning right where it says Fleming Way.
Okay.
And then you turn right into this industrial estate here.
Yeah.
And so if you picture yourself coming out, you'd either come out at this T-junction and either turn left or right. Let's assume just turn right. Oh, this is quite frustrating. Yeah, it's quite heavy, man. Keep on going, please. Okay, what I want you to do a slight cheeky one. We're going to turn right as if we're going to go to Travis Perkins.
Yeah.
And then we're literally going to turn right again in front of Easy Storage.
Okay.
To cut, like what that lady's doing, that blue lady. But yes. I want you to be careful. Maybe let's just get closer to the turn. I'm not sure if it's safe for us to cut around this polo. Just because we're going to spend too much time on the opposite side and might not be sensible. Okay, have a look, signal, and I want you to decide when it's safe. Oncoming van. Car. Are we good? Yes. Let's go for it now. Go for it now. Signal right. Take it slowly as like. Should be an exit here. If there isn't, then bugger. Okay, there isn't. There isn't. Right, is there? I can't see one.
It says no exit on the floor.
Is it? Okay, right. Give me your clutch. Let me just help you quickly sort this out. You just do the steering for me, yeah? Okay. left for me. All the way left. Watch your car, is it going to swing and hit that car? Straighten up here a little bit. All the way left. Now, right. It's all you now. I've given you clutch. Alright, let's take a left and a left. Left as you go, treat it like a giveaway. Let's go for it. That man's still behind there. Yeah. He hasn't gone far at all. That was the man that was behind us. Bloody hell. Honestly, it's not this busy. I mean, because they do tests in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's like they'll be stuck in this traffic if it was this busy.
Yeah.
Usually. So I'm sure they've obviously found a different route, but it's crazy busy, man. It's never been this busy. I've been in this area.
I wonder what's happening with the people who are having tests today.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's either they're going to have to completely avoid a lot of these busy areas and avoid the busy roundabouts, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But if they're already caught in it, that's going to be a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of learners who are either practicing the area just like we are, or this is their test. This is just like their learning area for them in general because they live in the area. Is that learners? What's he doing? I would personally signal. It might just someone might just be helpful to us, but they're kind of helping us. Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
Let's take a left at the roundabout. On this road, they did ask you to pull up and pull off.
Yeah.
Okay, both directions, so they could ask you to pull up on here on the left, just now, and on that empty space over there. They may even ask you to do pull up on the opposite side of the road, so they could ask you now to pull up on the opposite side of the road.
Yeah.
Just before that next breaker, and reverse back 2 car lengths and join by the road. It's very possible on this road. the learner did something wrong there. I don't know if you noticed. Did you notice what the learner did wrong?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Yeah, signal. It's going to help you. They didn't indicate left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the cars behind them were kind of confused what the learner was doing. Even on the positioning left at the roundabout, even though their positioning was relatively okay for pulling up on the left, but they didn't indicate left. So I'm hoping they're not on a test. Another road that I know for sure that they potentially might ask you to pull up and pull off, especially on the single yellow section. So we're just literally right next to Twickenham Stadium. You can sort of see it on the right side as you come down now. So the next roundabout, we're going to go right, and it's going to be the 4th exit.
Okay.
I think it's the Range Rover that's beeping everybody. Take your time. She was just about to overtake us like a crazy cow.
Yeah.
Right, 4th exit. Just be mindful of the crazy lady behind. Let's go. Okay. Start to move away from the roundabout. Careful. You need to hit the roundabout there.
Yeah.
At some point, you can steer to a point where that you don't need to steer anymore. Yeah. And I think you kept on steering a lot more than you needed to, as well as just glancing at the same time. So you kind of like, it's good to glance, and well done with the glancing, but don't let your hands move to a direction that you're not looking. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not, like, it's just only a quick glance that you're looking for. And realistically, with these roundabouts, what you can do is start to self-spiral outwardly. That way, there's no risk of that happening as well. Even if you oversteer to the right, does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so a few of the roundabouts coming up. Twickenham Stadium on our right. We're going to go straight on, second exit at the next roundabout. So we're going to get into the appropriate lane. Well done. Second exit straight on towards Twickenham. This is the Witten Road roundabout. I call it the Twickenham roundabout because it's right next to Twickenham Stadium.
Yeah.
It's just better to remember it that way around. It's relatively easy because it's controlled entrance with these roundabouts. There's especially the other side is uncontrolled, but it's even then it's not hard on this roundabout. As long as you get your lane positioning right, you're okay. So it's 2 lanes on approach to this roundabout, and you want to go second exit straight on, or second exit, which is slightly just off 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
What lane are you going to pick?
I guess the right one?
No, left.
Okay.
Both do go. I tell you what, both do go.
Yeah.
But the left one is more appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Both go, however. Okay, carry on. Watch out the guy next to you. There you go. We can signal now.
Would that have been too late on?
Nah, I think you're just about in that cusp of being alright.
Yeah.
So we can anticipate the car on your right, who may be entering as well, needs to merge into our space.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop. Speed limit is 20. So last time one of my students, this junction coming up, the lady that passed on Monday, she stalled at this junction and got a bit unsure and nervous what to do. So I'm gonna see if I can take you there and just see if done it. So it's basically a right towards Twickenham, Teddington, Kingston.
Okay.
You'll see it's a bit awkward when you go forward, but yeah, you can sort of start to signal as you get closer to where you want to turn. Oh, it's the other way around. Oh, basically it's this way around. So, oh, we've done it the other way around. Signal left, we're turning left. Back to one. I see what I've done. I understand. We did it the opposite way around, so she found it. Keep on going, don't stop for them. You come from there, you turn right, and that's where it's awkward. Yeah. And then she found that awkward, because you have to stop in the middle of the road at your turning point.
Yeah.
And then she kind of got confused, and so I think she stalled and kind of panicked. So we're coming up to the London Road roundabout. It's another roundabout that's quite busy, and so I'd like us to go left first exit, please. Left first exit.
Okay.
This is one of the busiest roundabouts in the area. Lane. Don't use him as a shield because it's not appropriate, yeah? You did affect the speed of the silver vehicle behind you.
Yeah.
And that will be a failing test, yeah?
Okay.
Maybe you should have waited a bit longer, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's pick up the speed a little bit. Okay, so we are coming up to the stadium roundabout.
Yeah.
We're going to go second exit straight on. 3 lanes in approach. What lane would you pick?
Middle one.
Good. Middle one. Sometimes left and the middle, but here, left lane is dedicated for left only.
Okay.
So the middle lane is going to go towards A316, as well as technically the right lane. So we're going second exit straight on, the middle lane on approach. You can see it's going to split into 3 lanes. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Signal, short signal if you like, cancel signal, gently brake, good. And it just wraps round to the left, okay?
Okay.
So we're assuming the car next to us is turning left, but they can also be potentially cheeky, so you're going to be mindful of that. Yep, keep left. Good, good, good. That's it, and then signal 2. Cool. Picking up that speed as the dual carriageway, 40 miles an hour. So the next roundabout we're going to do is going to be the right third exit, and I've always taught it in the way I've taught it until very recently, until Monday, where the criticism was that we should have used that lane rather than whatnot, so she got marked down a lane discipline issue.
Okay.
But then I'm sure I heard it the other way around, and I've always remembered it this way around. So I don't know whether this particular examiner just thought this is the right way to do it, or this is the legit actual way to do it.
Yeah.
Either way, where we're going to go right third exit. It's called the Hospital Bridge roundabout. I usually call it the palm tree point because there's little palm trees in it, or palm tree looking trees. So when we get close, I'm going to prompt you to start moving over. Start to move over for me now. So at this point, you're examining a bit of gas, come on. Maintain 40, otherwise the guy we have. Okay, cancel signal for a sec. So initially you did lose speed. You went down from whatever speed you was at to 34.
Yeah.
So it was easy for them to catch up, and it was difficult to then move over in that situation. Anyway, back to the roundabout. We're going to go right third exit towards Witten. Okay, it's 3 lanes in approach, but we're going to enter and keep to the far right lane over the hatched markings. This is where I feel like this is the wrong thing to do. But supposedly this is the right thing to do. You'll see what I mean in a second. Alright, so you're going to signal your intent to go right. So left lane goes left only, middle lane goes straight on second exit, and the right lane goes right third exit.
Okay.
So I've always taught this roundabout this way around, and I'm going to show you what I mean, but we're just going to do the opposite of the way I've taught you, the way I teach people. So keep on going. So you can see hatch markings on the floor. Can you see them?
Yes.
Go into them.
Okay.
This is what right into them. Good. And then count your exits. 1, 2, you're the far right lane. Careful, go slower, and then signal left to come off. I would have taught that you get into the adjacent lane.
Yeah, and then
well, exactly, just go around, and then you would end up being the white car.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always taught, because you're already going to be the left lane. Now you're going to have to sort of exit and then try to move over in good time.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yes.
So I feel like that guy, that examiner, is either wrong or he's putting a spanner in my whole works. But this doesn't feel right necessarily.
No.
Keep on going. Because Poppy was saying, oh, the examiner's saying, oh, you should have gone over the hatch markers. Now, technically, you would get back into the left lane, which I don't want you to do for now.
Okay.
Take it right at the traffic lights. Hatch markings, you should generally avoid. You're only going it when it's safe and necessary.
Yeah.
So it's very confusing. So, like, why are you making us go over hatch markings?
That qualifies as safer than not.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. I feel like I need to ask somebody else about that roundabout. It's a bit of a frustrating one, because I taught Poppy and everyone else that I've done in the area that you shouldn't go over those hatch markings.
Yeah.
So it completely put a spanner in the works for me, and I was like, are you sure? I don't understand. Maybe it's just his opinion. So I need to ask somebody else. Yeah. Keep on going. So this is going to lead us to sort of a Whitton High Street.
Okay.
It's a relatively okay high street. It's not that crazy busy or nothing like that. Go ahead, go gear 3, just maintain 20. Just don't go buff 20. So I'm happy with somebody. Okay, so mirror signal now, come on. Peek out, have a look. Just keep the gear for now. Can we go?
Yes.
Let's go. Because you don't want to be behind them when you know there's opportunities to potentially go.
Yeah.
Just mirrors as you go in and out. The bus will slightly tuck in, so it's going to give enough space to carry on. So it's called Percy Road, but I call it the Whitton High Street. Overground station. Well, National Rail, I should say. Make a decision. I think he's kind of waiting for us. Anticipate car doors opening, people walking in between cars, cars pulling off, cars waiting to take another car's place. Don't block the junction on the left. We can be courteous to this Audi that wants to come in. Roundabout, we're going to go right. It's the third exit. Stop for nothing stop for.
Alright.
You're right. Make sure you're not doubtful who has priority.
Yeah, I keep wondering whether across the way.
So you're both equal.
Okay.
You're both completely equal.
Oh, but
they're both coming from opposites.
Signalling to the right.
Even if they're signaling right, if you enter before they enter,
yeah,
then that's it. You kind of take the priority, right?
Yeah.
So anything from the opposite side at that moment won't indicate anything. I think maybe indicate left or something like that, but
yeah,
they definitely indicate to right, just come towards our direction. But even if they did, you both can sort of enter still. if you time it well, right? But if they enter before you, then they take that priority,
Yeah.
and especially sort of because they're coming around towards you.
So on one of those roundabouts where it's just like you're coming up, there's a left entrance and there's straight ahead.
Yeah.
Chances are you're really not going to have to give way to anything.
Exactly. Exactly. So if you show like an assertive body language, because you've interpreted it well, like, okay, I don't give way to my left,
Yeah.
and nor do I need to give way to the opposite side necessarily, unless they've entered before me, then you carry on going.
Okay.
Especially if there's nothing on your right. You're right of way, you're right, no, you're right of way, because obstructions on their side. Okay, traffic lights, let's take a right. Have a look at what the bus is going to do, have a look. If you don't want to get caught in that keep clear, signal, signal. Start rolling so you don't in that keep clear, come on, A1. You should have been a little bit more mindful that the bus was indicated to either pull off, to just turn left, or to pull off to turn, or pull off and to turn.
Yeah, okay.
Stay committed, stay committed, stay committed. Unfortunately, we've got to just go for it. What would have been better for us now, to be very honest, is to wrap on the left of the bus a little bit.
Okay.
What we really need to ensure is that our exit is clear before we enter.
Okay.
So something like this could be a potential failure in our driving test, yeah? Try your best to remember these mistakes so you don't do them on a driving test, yeah? Excuse me. Okay, so coming up to the same roundabout, Twickenham Stadium. So last time we went second exit straight on. I'd like to go left first exit this time. So this time just mindful of the amber light. Let's go. Okay, so the next roundabout is one of the busy roundabouts, and I'm just trying to approach all the roundabouts from different entrances. So we're going to go second exit straight on this time at this roundabout.
Okay.
We were trying to start with this roundabout with the hardest entrance, but there's a massive tube, remember?
Yes,
That's why I haven't come through that entrance as yet. Hopefully maybe we can do it tomorrow if we don't do it today. Central London, second exit straight on. In 2 by now. Should have been in gear 2 by now. Engaged in 2 to potentially just have a look to see if you can go. See, so remember, if you're using 2, careful. If you're using 2, potentially that could have been an opportunity just before that blue car went. Does that make sense, yeah? Just make sure you're preparing yourself from a good time. That's it, signal, be confident. That's it, perfect. The cues have died down so we can see if we can come back round for it. Next roundabout we're going to go towards Isleworth. Careful that you don't stay on neutral for too long.
Yeah.
Left first, good. How do you find the area so far that you've seen most, majority of the sort of roundabouts?
I feel okay with them in general.
Yeah?
I feel like the residential areas aren't too bad at all. Kind of slow 20 driving.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. I think, look, with most test areas, most of the time, people struggle with like these roundabouts.
Yes.
Yeah, like entering the right times, getting the lane right, lane discipline, and all that sort of stuff. So that's what I generally focus on more often when I come into test areas.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we don't need to drive down a particular 20-mile-an-hour road.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no benefit in that for us. So even though there may be a lot more to potentially sort of see in terms of other parts, it's not that relevant. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So any hard points or any points that I think might come up that might be challenging, it's benefit for us to see it before we actually do it on test day.
Yeah.
So that's what we're trying to do today. And so we're just trying to give you a sort of broad perspective of what you can expect. Does that all make sense?
Yes.
So touch more gentle with the sort of progressive braking there.
Okay.
Seemed a little bit. for it, come on. Yes, good. Have a look. Roundabout, gonna go left. There's gonna be another roundabout where you can go left again. Alright, so left at the roundabout, it's the first exit. We're going to go back to one of the large roundabouts where it's the busy one. Traffic's flowing a lot better now. Yeah, trust the indicator. They look like they're relatively positioned in the direction that they're going to go. Good to go. Well done. Okay, speed limit is 30. Even though they've made a mistake on the floor, can you see? 20 on the floor, but it's 30 sign at the top.
Okay.
So bear that in mind. Keep left, go straight on. Handbrake. Oh, that's the test centre road. You know the road that we did end up sort of doing a U-turn, yeah?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was the road, okay? So we'd have come out that way. So the next roundabout is called the London Road roundabout, but I usually call it the Asda roundabout because it's Asda shopping shop. And I don't suddenly stop, just ease off. If you need to stop for him, just make it a gentle stop, yeah? Don't make it a sort of jolty, sudden one. If you wasn't sure if he's going to continue going, absolutely stop, no problem.
Yeah.
Fine. Just don't make it anything sort of feel sudden or anything like that. That would be wrong and dangerous. So at the next set of traffic lights, we are going to go straight on, and unfortunately you're going to have to seep into that cycling because it's not wide enough. So let the cyclist pass, slow it down, let him be in front of you, and you're going to have to encroach in his space because you see now it's not wide enough.
Yeah.
Continue going ahead. So you see the Asda shop on the right hand side. When you know you see the Asda, you know you're coming up to this roundabout. And it's the hardest entrance and probably the hardest roundabout.
Okay.
Okay. And what's just hard is just timing going in, that's it, that's all it is. So we're going to go right third exit towards Staines. There's 2 lanes on approach. And we are going to enter when it's safe. We'll stay in the right lane and then we'll exit either in the right lane or move to the left lane to exit.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
So you can exit while staying in the right lane and you'll exit into your road and you'll be the right lane when you exit in. Or if it looks clear on approach to exiting, check your mirror, signal left, move to the left lane, keep the left indicator on to exit the exit that you're exiting at, and then you'll end up in the left lane going into the road that you're going into. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Don't worry too much. When you get closer and when you enter, it'll make sense.
Yes, okay.
2 lanes on approach and there's 2 lanes on the roundabout.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can signal now, you're going to get into that right side. And stop right here for a second. Just don't move. 1 second, have a look. I think the ambulance can go around us. Move to the left if you need to. More left, just left, just left. Just look, all the way over. All the way over. Stop right there. Stop. Let them pass. Signal right, get back into the right. Okay, so right third exit. Also focus on the Mercedes. Let him go, and then look over to the right.
Yeah.
Now look. Now get closer. Right to the giveaway. Have a look. Let me know when you're going. Look at the body language.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were not coming out of that direction. They're indicating. Both were indicated to come off as well. Keep on looking. Yeah. This is a tough one. It's when it's busy as well. And potential shields that might be cutting them off. Yep, yep. Quick.
I just wasn't sure.
Yeah. Yeah, just look at the indicators and body language of the shields as well, okay? Otherwise it'll be a constant repeat of just waiting, yeah? Yep. Good, so you're on. 1, exit 1, go gear 2 if you can. Don't steer too much now, don't steer too much. Mirror signal now, signal left, move to the left lane, move to the left lane, move to the left lane, move to the left lane. Could have moved over more, yeah? Don't be reluctant, there's no one there to move into, yeah? So that's what I meant, yeah? So you can either move into the left lane, become the left lane, whilst exiting, or stay like this lady, then move over, like she's just done now.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, roundabout, we're gonna go right third exit, so you need to get back into that right lane in the moment. So mirrors first, signal first, don't go. Now guards, can we go?
Yeah.
Good, so we're gonna go towards the stadium. Keep the signal on for now because we're gonna keep that on. Brake, clutch down to 2. It might just go green if you're lucky. Go to 2, off the clutch, slowly. Engine brake, we'll give you engine braking, good. Brake, clutch down, back to 1. Cool. So, left lane goes left, middle lane goes straight on second exit, which we've just done. Now we're going to go right third exit. So as we go round, we're going to keep to the leftmost right lane. Or right lanes. There's 2 sort of lanes going to go right.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Now, so signal to come off. We're going to work with the adjacent vehicle exiting the same exit because it's very narrow. Can you see? So we're going to call the person on your right Barry. We're just going to call them Barry. Don't really why Barry, but it's just a Barry, right?
Yeah.
So we'll call them Barry for now. we had anyone on our left that we work with, we'll call them Larry. Just random names I've made up, and I've just stuck to them. So you and the Van Barry might work together. Let's go. She'll right away more so than theirs. Just keep left, just work together. There's no one else there. Did that all make sense?
Yes.
Cool. Straight on at the next set of traffic lights, and actually right the lane. The right lane is straight on. The right lane is straight on. Right, we're gonna start heading back now as well. So right lane to go straight on. Good, good, good. Apart from one or two other roundabouts, that's pretty much the majority of the roundabouts in the area.
Okay.
Other than that, you found it relatively okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. Okay, let's go gear 3. Still maintain 20 because the car's like. Roundabout right, it's the third exit. Gear 2 straight away, brake, 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 clutch down 2. Engage gear 2 will give you another form of braking, just off the clutch. There you go, bit of braking, have a look. Here we go.
Yeah.
Good. Going to gear 2, that way, it just helps. It's like, oh, I can go, I'm already prepared.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're doing it later, you're going to end up sort of like, oh, I could have gone, but then I wasn't in gear 2 properly, and so you're losing those perfect opportunities, basically.
I'm assuming, like, it's better to wait a bit longer than kind of risk something you're
Yeah. I mean, look, ultimately prepare to go.
Yeah.
If it's safe.
Yes.
If you're not sure, stop.
Yeah.
Get back to 1. But you should already have approached in a good gear.
Yeah.
And make sure you're preparing. So as long as you prepare, and then you can make that decision. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But they wouldn't necessarily like that you stop every time when you have clear opportunities that you could have gone, and you're waiting unnecessarily. You're going to get marked down for undue hesitation.
Okay.
Traffic lights, we're going to turn left. Tiny bit. Go ahead now. Let it. Well, I think you'll manage in gear 3. It will manage. Technically, we could have done it better in gear 2, just to make ourselves feel a bit more comfortable with it. But we've managed. That's that rumble that I was trying to get us to avoid if we did it in 2. But it will manage.
Or
20, I think. So. Oh no, it's 30. Because we said remember there was a 20 on the floor as a mix-up.
Oh yeah.
So we haven't come into that section of 20 yet. So it is a 30 here. Anticipate the lights as you approach. Off the brake, just let it roll, You're right of way. That's the 20 coming up, can you see?
Oh yeah.
Good. Start slowing it down, approach the roundabout in a better gear. Start to engage straight away, so you get engine braking gently. Off the clutch, good. Let it roll, use that foot brake. Off the brake, let the momentum take you. Now make those decisions that you was talking about earlier. If in doubt, because you seem quite doubtful there,
Yeah,
just stop,
well, I couldn't see the
yeah. So if in doubt, just stop,
Yeah.
You've got to make that decision of what you're comfortable with as well, right?
Yeah.
So ultimately, if you didn't feel comfortable, like you couldn't see what was happening on the other side, don't go for it,
Yeah.
Roundabout straight on. Try not to go over it. That's it. Just try to go around it as much as you can. I know, I appreciate he's poking out from the left, so you can only go so much. Might be 30, you know, because I remember when you approach, it's 20 on this road coming up,
right.
and this road's 30. Yeah, so it's gonna be 20 on this road. Good. Keep on going, keep it steady. Anticipate the lights as you approach now. Back on that gas, stay committed even if it changes. Watch out for Mr. Green. Good, and it's back to 30 again. Bum, 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 bum.